Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, we have a special show for you today. Today, we're looking at whether or not seniors should stay home or to move out, and to look for what signs to look for, whether or not it's financially feasible to stay at home, and whether or not, or what's the emotional toll when you stay at home. So, today, I have Miss Claudia Preciado from Coastal House over in West Los Angeles. He has a facility. So, Claudia, tell me about your world.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jonathan. Thank you so much for having me here. I am grateful to be a part of your um, webinar or podcast. So we have a family owned residential care facility for elders, and it's called Coastal House. We are located in West Los Angeles, close to Santa Monica. And what we do is we are licensed to have six residents that are of the age of 60 and older. Most of our residents need 24-hour care. And so we have two staff members throughout the 24 hours that are there providing special um, activities of daily living care for the residents. And what that means is medication management, activities throughout the day, like exercise, range of motions, playing ball, riding a bicycle, but it's not, it'll be like for your legs or your feet to exercise. um, we do coloring, memory activities. A lot of our residents have either mild cognitive impairment or dementia or Alzheimer's. Um, we decorate each room with what the resident brings from home, or we will supply beds and furniture. Um, We also provide 3 meals a day with snacks, and we do cater to special diets like pureed, mechanical. Um, we also have uh, third party providers that come to our facility that will be a doctor, a podiatrist, um, dentist. Home health will come. We are also licensed for housing uh, 5 residents on hospice. So we provide a lot of services in a home setting. It's a house. Every room is made to look like a regular bedroom. If a hospital bed is needed, a hospital bed is provided. But the care that we provide in smaller facilities like ours, which the older term would be boarding care, now it's considered a residential care facility for elders. It's more detailed. So that's what we do. We love what we do. We've been in service since 2010, and we're hoping to open up more facilities.
Nice, nice. So it seems like what you have here is I guess you could say, an all-encompassing facility for elders, right? And what it sounds like from listening to you is that you provide the white glove treatment, the 3 meals a day. You provide the exercise, the recreation to keep the seniors busy, and what that benefits for, let's say, the children of a senior is knowing that mom and dad or my auntie and uncle are going to feel they're going to feel welcomed, safe, and provided for, right? And what's even better, what I notice, is that you said that your facility, it's like it's a house, right? And it's the rooms are like a bedroom. So what that means is it's not like, oh man, we got to go see mom and dad at XYZ facility. It's cold. The lighting is bad. There's not a whole lot of natural light coming into the building. The AC is always too high. It's really a home feel where it's nice and cozy. So What I really want to get off into, because we're looking at whether or not someone should stay at home or move away, I want to get into some of the meat and potatoes, how to know or why someone should consider moving into a facility.
Yes. So, when somebody stays at home and they start, let's say, as an example, with dementia, it it's hard to really know when that process has started. At the beginning, an elder might be able to hide it pretty well. The fact that they've forgotten to take their medications, the fact that they are not showering consistently, um, or eating their meals when they're supposed to eat them. Uh, they might forget to turn on the heater or turn it off, or the AC when it's hot or cold. Um, so there's certain details that sometimes children don't see until it's extremely severe. Somebody has fallen and broken their hips or hit their heads, or we had a resident that she was living alone, and when she would get cold, she would turn on the oven and leave it on, because that's the only way that she could remember how to get heat. So, thankfully, her house never caught on fire, and nothing worse happened. But those are little things that sometimes children don't get to see right away. And so, before that happens, I think it's important to start paying attention to, um, are they starting to look like they need a shower? Are they starting to lose weight? Or do they seem more confused or more agitated? Then I think they should take them to the doctors to get evaluated. And once that happens, they really need to think about, okay, do I need to bring in a 24-hour care person, or should I start thinking of moving my mom into a place like ours? Uh, they could decide. But when it's done at home, they also have to think about the budget, and they have to think about who they're hiring. Are they going to be going through an agency or through private care? And it's not inexpensive now to stay home. It's actually much more expensive than to go into a place like ours, because at our place you'll have somebody with your loved one for 24 hours. The monthly fee is not that much, because at a private home setting, if you want to have 24-hour care, you're looking at about 20,000 maybe a month. Um, at our place, you're looking at maybe the max, depending on where you're going, what part of LA County. You stay on the west side, Beverly Hills, those places, the rates are going to be higher than, let's say, the Valley, but it's still great care anywhere you go. And it's better than staying home and not really having 24-hour care because it's too expensive. So if you were to go to a place like ours, the max you might end up seeing is 10,000, 11,000 a month, and that includes 24-hour care, medication management, making sure they're eating healthy and all their meals, they're taking fluids so they're not dehydrated, they are showering, changing their clothes, everything that encompasses the caregiving of an elder. We provide 24-hour care, companionship, so um, those are things that families have to weigh, uh, the budget, and also, is it feasible to keep them at home with 24-hour care?
Okay, so just to clarify that, what so let's say someone decides to punt and wait until they decide to wait to solve the problem. They say, you know what, I'm going to take care of mom and dad at home myself, right? So if they wait, they're looking at footing a bill of around 20,000 or more for
Well,
24-hour care,
if
right?
if they decide to do it themselves, and obviously they don't have that cost, you know
Hmm.
they will have the stress, because really, to take care of somebody that has dementia or Alzheimer's at home, it's kind of like taking care of a small child. You have to really pay attention to what they're doing all the time. Make sure you're not leaving them alone constantly. Have them be on a schedule with them. It's they're like a child in the sense that you have to look after them, but they do have opinions and they will fight you on it. So a lot of times family members that are doing the care themselves, they are finding that they're frustrated. They don't have that much patience, so to avoid all of that, either you have to hire somebody to come in and take care of your loved one, which could cost you $20,000 if you do it 24 hours, or you can send them to a facility like ours, which is very home-like. We're very loving, um, and the everything in the house feels like a home. Um, and you'd be amazed, elders that come into our facility actually start to feel at home pretty fast. So if a child is worried about their parent not feeling comfortable or not feeling good being where they are, believe it or not, they will start feeling really good because they get treated very well. And they get the attention that maybe they weren't getting 100% at home, because as an adult child myself, I have a life as well. I need to work. I need to also take care of other personal things. So it's hard to stay home and take care of a parent when you also have to continue with your own life. So if you decide to take care of your loved one, you're eventually going to need help. If you decide to bring in a third person to take care of your loved one, you're looking at a high expense because you're not just paying for their care, you're also paying for incontinence supplies, medication, doctor's visits, plus the utilities of the home and whatever else other expenses you might have. While going to a facility like ours, you're looking at a one monthly fee and it encompasses a lot for your loved one. Um, and then, as they get older, eventually the monthly rate could change. But it's not that much. It's like a 3% raise. So it's something to really consider when you want to do something about your parents' situation or your loved one's situation.
Yeah, so it seems like there's a financial reason. There's a burden, right? So if you wait and then you say, I'll just have someone come into the home and take care of mom and dad for 24 hours, right? There's an expensive bill to foot, 20,000 or more in today's dollars, not accounting for inflation, mind you, right? So in 5, 10, 15 years, if we look at the way things have been going, things could double, God forbid, triple in that time period, right? Now,
That's
let's say you just want to just save money and do it yourself. There's that emotional toll that just can damage your entire lifestyle, everything you have built, right? Because you have your own things going on, right? You might have a business, you have in laws, right? You also have children if you do have children. And so
right.
in laws might have mixed feelings about taking care of their mother in law or father in law. So this is something that you do not want to take lightly. This is something that could pull families apart if not planned
Correct.
for properly. So, Claudia, we're down to the last 2 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
So, what else would you like people to know about you, or how could they find you?
Well, you can find us online. Our website is I'm sorry, our email is info at coastalhouseinc.com. Our website is coastalhouseinc.com. You can also go to the Department of Social Services and look for facilities there. You'll find us as well. Um, And if you use somebody like Sam Rosenberg, who is a placement agency, um, they will also find us. Placement agencies do. Um, and word of mouth. We're found by word of mouth as well. We've been in the industry since 2010. So I believe quite a lot of people know about us. And I recommend highly that families look into long term insurance as well, because a lot of our facilities do work with only private pay or long term insurance. So we are not paid by Medicare or health insurance. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So just to clarify, ladies and gentlemen, Claudia Preciado, she is the owner of Coastal House. She has a facility in West Los Angeles serving the Beverly Hills, West Side, Santa Monica community, and in the future, some locations in the Valley. And her email is actually down below on this ticker. And so her recommendation is that you also consider, because she is a private facility, that you have, long-term care insurance. So we spoke about this last week on our live stream that Medicare does not cover the cost associated with long-term care insurance. So to sum everything up, right? Plan for this because you do not want to pull your family apart financially or emotionally. So we'll be here next week. But Claudia, before we end the show, do you have any other final words?
No, I just want to wish everybody a great week. Stay safe, stay dry if you're in those rainy areas. And if you're not and you're in a sunny Florida area, then lucky you. But keep your elders safe, warm, or cool. Make sure that they are hydrated all the time. That's very important. And that they are eating their 3 meals and snacking, and that they get their exercise in. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I'm glad to answer and help with anything that I can. Thank
All
you.
right, you guys, take care. Have a good one.